Hey everybody, super pumped that I won first place for my column in Turf Magazine. I will talk about it at the end of the video, but first... Alright, hey gang, time for another 5 on Friday. Listen, I'm looking forward to jamming with you guys today on this. It's a beautiful day out here, so I'm actually outside today. As the summer rolls on, I think I'm going to try and do that more and more. Be outside, because that's what we do. We work outside, right? So anyway, looking forward to today's session. Also, don't be shy about asking questions. If you have questions, go ahead. Stick them in the comments. I'll get to them. I'll answer them. I don't always get to do these videos every single Friday. I've been kind of going every other Friday. But I will eventually get into a rhythm where I can do them every week, I hope. In addition to that, I've got a lot of other ideas and things that I want to do with this channel. But right now, I've got my questions, and I'm ready to answer them for all you guys out there. Let's go. All right, question number 1 is John's there. How do you coordinate the weather? When do you call off? When do you wait it out? How do you make up the extra work if it rains? That's a good question because it's been raining a lot here in the Cleveland market. And there's not a one-size-fits-all answer for this question, because I know that different people have different philosophies on what they do when it comes to weather and rain days and things like that. Sometimes we literally just have to cut right through it up to a point where we have to maybe put the brakes on, but we do sometimes work right through the rain. I mean, we have no choice. I have hundreds of properties and lots of crews out there, and if we get behind, it really hurts the production of the company. Now, having said that, we try not to make a mess with our properties, so we raise the blades, we try to pick up the grass, we try to do whatever we can, we try to strategize on how we're going to make that a success for us when it comes to rain. Now, when we do have to call off, which we do, if we push things back, we just push things back a day. So I try to keep the schedule the same and push things back a day and just start where we left off. Sometimes we'll have the foreman strategize also with us. Some of our smaller properties can be cut, it doesn't matter. Some of our larger properties where there's a lot of retention basins or lakes or things like that, we have to really decide, do we want to go into there? We probably can't go into some of these areas because they're just going to be too wet. So we try to make a strategic decision based on historical information. How has it been? Is it traditionally wet in this area? Can we get a mower on this? Is it going to make it look like garbage? Is the customer going to complain? And then we go from there. It's basically a case-by-case scenario, but it is a very good question. It's something to think about because for us, we're constantly looking at the weather maps and trying to keep our eye on when the storm's going to be gone so that we can get back out there and work, or at least advise our foreman as to where the storm is proceeding throughout the day. Okay, great question. Thanks a lot. Question number 2. All right, One Man Show Lawn Care says, love your videos, man. Like to hear more details about your biggest headaches and maybe some of your biggest mistakes, as in bidding a job too high or too low, or missteps you've experienced in growing your business, and what you cover in meetings as far as what you try to concentrate on. Keep the videos coming. Good information. Thank you. Lots of information here, lots of questions. Let's talk about my biggest headaches. Any of you that have been doing business for more than 2 days knows that there are a lot of headaches. And a lot of what we do as owners is we manage that headache. We manage the headaches. We manage the bullshit. I mean, basically, that's what it is, right? For example, I just had one of my trucks involved in a pretty heavy accident yesterday. From a day-to-day basis, you can go right from that to an issue with a customer. You can go right from that to an issue with cash flow. You can go right from that to an issue with maybe something that got damaged on the job. Every day it's something different. So even if you have a plan for your day, which I try to plan out my days to a certain point, it doesn't matter because you end up dealing with a lot of different minutiae and things that just come your way. If you're having things flung at you on a daily basis, don't feel bad. It happens to all of us. You have to somewhat enjoy the game of business, and sometimes a lot of us are technicians in this industry, so we enjoy doing the work, but not so much running the business. You have to get in that mindset of, hey, this is a business. I've got to run this thing like a business person. So it's a totally different mindset being the technician versus being the big businessman. Guara Baby. All right. Guara Baby asks, another great video, Steve. Thanks. You mentioned carrots. He's talking about my last video. If you didn't see it, I was talking about dangling carrots so that people can work towards something. So he says, you mentioned carrots for the long-term employees. mostly concerning the 5 to 10 year guys. At some point in this industry, there's an unfortunate glass ceiling, especially for maintenance crews. Man, you hit that on the head. Yes, there is a glass ceiling. And what he wants to know is, how do I basically explain that to these foremen and the people that work for me, that, listen, you're going to top out somewhere. Okay, you're going to top out somewhere, and that's going to be it. You're not going to be able to make a whole lot more. And I try to be honest with them and say, listen, let's get you on a path for growth. Okay, maybe you want to, and here's a good reason why you want to grow your company, because growing your company allows you to promote people into different positions. Say, for example, in my company, a foreman could then in turn move into a position of being an account manager, maybe an operations manager. Those two positions are very closely correlated with the foreman job. So if I have a foreman that's topped out, he's maxed out at the top of their pay, and they're looking for something else, they want to make more money, then you need to do the work as a foreman and learn how to be an account manager, learn how to be an operations manager, ask questions, ask if you can mentor the operation managers within the company. If the operation manager is you're the owner, you're the business guy, you're the guy that runs the company, and your employees want to be mentored by you, I think that's really, really good. And also, in addition to that, that gives them the opportunity to learn and then grow. Because eventually, as the company grows, more positions open up and people can move into those positions. Now, having said that, there are other times when people just want to do the work. They want to do the field work. And that's fine. So maybe you can work out some kind of bonus system like, hey, all right, your max pay is $15 an hour, but if you can really beat the production or bring me some enhancement jobs, or and that's the carrots, right? So, all right, you're making 15 an hour. That's all you got. I'm using that as an arbitrary number, but you want to make more. Well, bring me some enhancement work. You know, train your guys to be mini versions of you so that I can promote them to be foremen. You know, do something in addition to what you're already doing to create more value for yourself and for me, so that I can pay you a little bit more, be it through bonuses, production bonuses, or perhaps enhancement sales. For my business, that's very big. So if a foreman's out there and sees, hey, there's 5 dead trees, tells me about it, I can sell those, put some commission on there, and give them a little more money. It works both ways. They can work for advancing themselves, and they can also work for getting a commission, getting a bonus based on production, things like that. Hope I answered your question. Thanks, I appreciate it. All right, here we go. Randy Ione. How is the box truck working out? I'm considering changing from F-250s with trailers to small box trucks. I see the advantages as no loading and unloading, rolling warehouse, equipment secured and protected from the elements, elimination of trailer accidents and maintenance, and the ability to wrap it for a rolling billboard effect. With all that said, I have never owned one for a mow truck. Would be interested in opinions from those who have. We only have one box truck, and I think so far it's worked out great for us. The problem that I have with them is, in my market, we plow snow, so you really can't plow with them. There's no dump bed. So if you're picking up grass or clippings, or if you're also doing shrub trimming, things like that, you really have nowhere to put the debris. On the flip side, it's a great truck for being a rolling billboard. It's also a great truck for keeping everything contained inside the truck. You don't have to have as much warehouse space. We have a lot of open trailers that we put in our shop, and then we have enclosed trailers and our box truck outside that we keep in the yard. But I think from that standpoint, it's really good. I like the truck a lot, so overall I think it's a great investment. The jury's still out on whether we'll buy another one. All right, I want to show you guys one more thing before I leave. I actually got an award for writing my column. I thought it was super cool, so I thought I'd share it with you. Everybody knows, I don't know if you know, but I write a column for Turf Magazine, a monthly column. I've been writing for many years for Turf Magazine, and this year I won an award for basically first place for my regular department column called Lessons I've Learned. So if you take a look at it, you can see it on there. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of it. If you get a chance, check out my column in Turf. I enjoy doing it. It's one of those things. I really love to write. I love doing these videos. And hey, again, make sure that you hit subscribe stop right now, hit subscribe. All right, do that. Like my videos, ask me questions. Please go ahead and ask the questions. Anything you want. All right, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hit subscribe. We'll see you next time. Keep rocking.